Honorable Deputy Ranking Member.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Honorable Mr. Fifi Kwetey. You've said it, and it is coming true. You are very passionate, and you want to do things to the fullest, or you don't do them at all. Your CV has revealed that in January to August of 1994, you had a stint with the Parliament. Is that so?
That is true, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. And I believe part of the knowledge that you acquired revealed to you that information as to bills, statements, preceding bills, background to laws can be found in certain documents in Parliament, such as the Hansard.
Is that a question? Yeah, I know about that, sir.
That being so, any information or any bill you know can be found in the Hansard. Is that right?
Definitely.
Now, permit me, Mr. Chairman, to lay some foundation. I'm reading from the Parliamentary official report of Wednesday, 22nd December 2004. On that day, a statement was made by Honorable Alhaji Dr. Retired Major Mustafa Ahmed, NDC Ayawaso East, in which he made a statement about the plight of Ghanaian prisoners in Bangkok, and said that there was a need for the government to do all in its power to get Ghanaian prisoners there returned to Ghana. Are you aware of that?
Not exactly in terms of who made that statement, but I know generally that issue came in Parliament, yes.
It is important that it was made by an NDC member of Parliament, and that statement was the same day supported by, among others, prominent NDC MPs such as Mr. Victor Gbeho. He was NDC MP for Anglo. Mr. Kosi, independent NDC. And then, Mr. Chairman, let's go on. We have independent. Yes, Mr. Chairman, I think we need time. And then one Honorable Kosi Kedem for who I serve, and Honorable F.A. Aboche for who supporting this statement.
There is no MP for
West. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You knew there was a statement. I hope you also knew that this number of prominent NDC MPs also supported it in December of 2004.
Mr. Chairman, I did explain that I knew generally that issue had come in Parliament. As to the details of who said what,
I am now telling you, except you have ground to disagree with me, that these honorable persons' names that I have mentioned supported that statement.
Yeah, no problem about that.
I believe, being a prominent politician in Ghana, you by all means know that we once had an MP called Amwating, Honorable Amwating.
I think the whole of Ghana knows.
Honorable Amwating was not a member of Parliament in 2004.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I am now stating to you as a fact that Honorable Amwating wasn't a member of Parliament in 2004.
Mr. Chairman, the time I heard about Mr. Amwating was when he was caught in the USA. And that was, I think, 2005. That's all I knew about him.
Yes, so the knowledge you have of Martin does not conflict with the statement that I'm making, because you got to know him only in 2005, and I'm saying that he was a member of parliament in 2004. Please. Now, I believe this statement was followed subsequently by other statements that I think it would be too much for me to be there on record. And it culminated in the bill of transfer of convicted persons. There's a bill that was introduced, transfer of convicted persons bill. You know about that?
Mr. Chairman, I know about that.
Do you also know that one of the reasons why it got so much support from the whole parliament was because it also meant to let us achieve a certain standard, best practice by Commonwealth countries, which by then about 25 had acceded to this sort of legislation? Do you know that? If that, you don't know about that, I am now telling you that one of the reasons why the Parliament of Ghana acceded to that was because of that. Are you in a position to deny or confirm that?
I don't see why I need to deny or confirm. I'm waiting for your question, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I think I ask questions all my life. This is a question that are you in a position to negate the statement I'm making now or not is a question. May you answer, please?
Mr. Chairman, I answered you by telling you I'm not in a position to confirm or deny, and I'm still waiting for the question.
Thank you. That being so, would you, in the circumstances that I've stated, what would you find an allegation that this transfer of convicted persons bill was introduced and pushed by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo solely to get Amoateng repatriated? What would you say in the circumstances of what you know?
Mr. Chairman, the question is very hypothetical, and I would like it to be as direct as you want to ask it. It's a hypothetical question.
So, what would you then say when the crystal clear lens in the edition, Monday, 19th May 2008 edition, putting Akufo-Addo under the lens, says that he pushed for the Amoateng bill, and in page 4 alluded to the repatriation of prisoners? Would you find such a statement, in view of the parameters that I've set up for you, the background set up for you, to be a fair statement?
I would say that there are always different motives why people do what they do. I may do something for one motive, another person will do the same thing for another motive.
I have asked a definite question where I haven't mentioned Nana Akufo-Addo's name in anything, and I'm now telling you that in the circumstance of what I've set out, will it be a fair statement to say that that bill was a Nana Akufo-Addo act with the sole purpose of getting Amoateng repatriated? That is all I'm asking you. It shouldn't be difficult for you, such an objective, truthful person, to answer.
I wouldn't think at all that the statement as you're reading said that it was meant specifically for Eric Amoateng. As far as I know, it was said that that bill was aiming to bring prisoners from various parts of the world into Ghana to come and serve jail term. And the general belief at the time was that when you start mentioning Thailand, you clearly are talking about Ghanaians who are doing time in Thai jail, mostly because of narcotics. So it wouldn't be me, it wouldn't be the crystal clear lens, it would have been the general perception all over the country. That especially when you start talking about Thai jail, Bangkok, you are talking about narcotic people who are in prison because of narcotics.
Yes, Mr. Fifi Kwetey. What I'm now asking is that why would such a bill now, with the background that I have given you, be christened Amoateng bill? Is it a fair description? That's all I want to know.
Mr. Chairman, I think the best people to answer will be those who christened the Amwaten bill. And that was making news long in the media before the crystal clearness. The crystal clearness did not generate it at all.
Mr. Fifi Kwetey, you are saying that all what I've walked you through from 2004, your concept of truth is that this bill can be seen as a Nana Akufo-Addo act aimed at bringing Amwaten back. That's all I'm asking you.
I have answered your question. That the way you can know exactly why somebody is doing what he's doing is to know the person's motivation. And I mentioned that the bill was christened Eric Amwaten bill, not by the crystal clear lens, and I've explained that as well.
I've only asked you whether you find that rendition right in the circumstances or not. I'm not blaming you. Don't go to the blame game. I have walked you away from blame. I'm only asking your comment now because except that you tell me there's no Akufo-Addo involvement this far.
As far as I know, Eric Amwaten bill became what you call the name that particular bill was referred to. Nana Akufo-Addo happened to have been somebody who spoke about that bill, as far as my recollection, my memory serves me right, prominently about that particular issue in Parliament. And I suspect that must be the reason why he was being said to be somebody who was pushing for that bill.
Do you have evidence that he spoke prominently? Can you produce that?
Do I have evidence that he did what?
He pursued it prominently. I have gone through the hazard to tell you those who initiated the statement. Do you have any evidence that he pursued it prominently?
Mr. Chairman, I believe that the Hansard will still bear testimony that Nana Akufo-Addo spoke about that bill as well. It was one of the people who pushed for it.